Hey everyone, Sergio here with the Rideshare Guy. What do we say on Show Me the Money Club? Work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, which I have been for the past year and a half, you may be working a lot harder than you need to. Let's change that. Download the app, link your account where you can manage your income, track your expenses, as well as your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more money, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download the Solo app today. Begin to work smarter, not harder. Link is in the description. Let's get back to it.
All right, well, let's move on. Let's talk about the tipping culture when it comes to Uber and how they screw drivers before they even began.
This was a big deal on TikTok. Uber tipping culture. New York woman always tips her Uber drivers. Thank you, New York woman. Thank you, Donahoe, Miss Donahoe. You know, Uber drivers. Does anyone else actually do this? No.
No, 20%.
No.
Ish.
2. Is it 2 out of 10? 20%?
20% right there.
Somewhere. Okay.
Ish.
So why tip them for doing the job they signed up for? Some a-hole said.
Did you tip taxi cab drivers? Yeah, it was customary.
What? Bro, you go to valet parking in LA.
For you, that's when you tip them.
They bring your car 100 yards.
Not when I walk in Five Guys and order my food and they're making it. Like that's the job they signed up for. They're making the food as they're supposed to, and I'm not going to tip them. If somebody, if I go and get my hair cut, they're doing me a service. I'm going to tip them.
Yeah,
if they're driving me somewhere, I'm going to tip them.
It's more customary, I think, right? You go to the bar, the guy pops your beer, you give him a couple of bucks. You know what I mean? I mean, so my point is, I think it all started with Travis saying tip is included in your fare. Remember the old days? Remember? So Donahoe explained that she's been consistently tipping her rideshare drivers, only to discover she might be the exception rather than the rule. Yes, you are, miss. You are the exception. Funny. Apparently, people aren't tipping their Uber drivers, she said. I avoid Ubers because, like, even the tip sometimes is so much. They're like, wait, you tip your Uber drivers? And I'm like, you don't? Her discovery led to some reflection about tipping standards across different services. Okay, do you know what the tipping standards or culture or whatever the heck it is that I hate? Like you said, you know, Five Guys or, you know, anywhere else, you go fast food or whatever, like the tablet, it goes tip. I'm like, what tip, bro? Or Starbucks, or, you know, I'm like, already like a cup of coffee is like $8. I'm like, I am fucking tipping you. So anyway, and then these were some of the comments. Not my job to subsidize.
You go to the bank. Wait until you go to the bank and do a transaction, and then they hand you back. Oh, you got to sign this, and then
they charge you for your ATM shit. You know.
Would you like to tip? Would you like to add a tip for your bank teller?
Well, Uber charges you $1.85 now. Is it right when you cash out? It's your money.
Yeah.
So
it's my money, and I need it now.
yeah, fuck, unbelievable. I mean, no, the tipping culture is out of control. No,
you know what? I tip where it's customary. I don't tip where it's not customary. And people are like, oh, I feel like I have to tip no matter what because I'm like, I don't give a shit. If it's not a customary place to tip, I'm not gonna fucking tip you. I'm not gonna tip the person at Walmart who's cashing me out. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%.
Who's driving me though?
I agree 100%.
And I sure as hell won't tip a Waymo. So F yourself too.
No, Waymo, no tip. But you go to Vegas, the doorman opens your door, you gotta hand him a couple of bucks, or he calls you a cab, hand him a couple of bucks. So you go to the bar, you hand the guy a couple of bucks, or whatever, to open your overpriced cocktail or overpriced beer. You in LA, you give your car to the valet. Fucking guy brings your car 100 yards and you tip him like 5. I'm like, bro, drivers have the rider life in our hands.
Abraxas, I want proof to back that up. Otherwise, it's all just bullshit.
Screenshots, or it never happens.
Screenshots, or it don't happen.
Yeah,
send it to Sergio. Sergio at therideshareguy.com. If not, well, then we know that.
Because let me tell you something. That will be almost double of our Rain Man. Jesus Christ, what Rain Man? Sunshine Man.
He's the mountain man now.
He's a snowman now.
No, he's the mountain man.
Mountain man, okay.
Colorado.
So some of these a-holes, chimed in, you know, backseat drivers. The commenters were, not my job to subsidize a multi-billion-dollar corporation
for your job to take.
Oh, are you doing the voice? Okay. First of all, whoever you are, sir or madam, you're an idiot. You're a bona fide idiot.
Hold on. Time out.
Idiot.
Time out.
Okay.
He's partially true.
What?
It's partially true.
How? The first comment?
Well, yes, not the job to subsidize. Tipping is to subsidize, unfortunately, because how many times have we seen pay cut after pay cut after pay cut after pay cut when everything else has risen? You go to anywhere else, inflation has hit. But the problem is when it comes to your actual pay, deflation is the way to go because we can boost that stock price by screwing drivers and screwing passengers. So, yeah, unfortunately, that comment is partially true. Because, yes, when it comes to a tip, you are subsidizing by paying more for the ride to get to the driver, when in fact, these companies should be paying a fair, decent wage when it really comes down to it. Right now, they're paying by the skin of their teeth, and if they could pay you nothing, they absolutely would.
Okay, I agree with that, except that he or she said they are subsidizing a multi-billion-dollar corporation. You are not subsidizing a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Yeah, by not paying you properly. Because if they were paying you, go back to when you first started. What was it? How much per mile?
Okay, go back. I clicked by mistake. Okay,
how much
get
per
rid
mile?
of this comment. Okay, Abrexas, Sergio at the rideshareguy.com. Send me the screenshots. Send me the trip count. Don't just send me stuff. Send me.
You know what? Not only that, if everything checks out, we want you on behind the wheel. Let's talk.
There you go. Yeah. How do you achieve 80%? We want other drivers to know. What do you do? Give foot massages or what do you do?
Sunshine Man. Sunshine Man. By the way, you got to change it to Mountain Man. You're not Sunshine Man anymore. It's Mountain Man.
Mountain Man that's double Mountain Man, bro. What are you talking about? Jesus.
But again, and then on top of it, when it comes to Uber Eats and DoorDash, yes, tipping is absolutely subsidizing the pay of a driver, which is completely benefiting these companies because they're not paying out as much when it comes to it. So yes, it is actually subsidizing multi-billion-dollar corporation by doing that. So unfortunately, that is partially true. Now, when it comes down to it, you should be tipping your drivers, whether it's food related or driver related, because it's customary to do so.
Well, food delivery drivers get tipped 8 out of 10 times. So there are some they don't, but that's different because the base pay on food is so horrible. The other commenter says, so when Uber first came out, their whole thing was the tip was included. Exactly. Travis lied about that in the fare. So I'm not sure other people think that tip is included still. No, I don't think so. That thing has gone. Tipping shouldn't even be a thing. Companies need to just pay their employees. Well, no, tipping should be a thing. Because
it's called above and beyond, and it's called taking care. It's called you're cheap.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the other thing too, yes, Uber first came out and it was supposed to be frictionless, but you were also getting compensated much better. You were probably making double what you were making now when it comes to the per mile and time and all of that. And all they've done was cut back and cut back and cut back and cut back. So when you do all these pay cuts, yeah, it's going to hurt your bottom line. I mean, how many times go back to 2018, go back to 2016. How many people could do $2,000-$3,000 a week? Easy.
Yeah.
You could do that easy. Now try doing $2,000-$3,000 a week.
Oh, no. Well, you can, but you need to drive 80 hours. You need to drive 80 hours.
Yeah, it's a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Anyway, so unfortunately, all of those commenters are correct in some capacity, but it comes down to, is it customary to tip drivers? Absolutely. Is it customary to tip delivery drivers? Absolutely. You know how much when I was working at a local pizzeria for 8 years, you know how much I was clearing in tips? Holy shit.
Yeah, more than your hourly, I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely it was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, look, the riders are also in a kind of a bind, right? Because the fares on them have gone up so much that the tippers who were tipping don't have enough room now. I mean, look, they want to tip. Yeah. I'm sure more than 20% of the people want to tip. But the fares on the riders have gone up by 50%, 60% in the last 4 years. So they go like, fuck.
Exactly.
I just paid $40 for 8 miles.
How do you think they're getting how do you think they're able to get the stock price to where it is? Otherwise, you're in a margin thin business. That's the only way they're able to do it and do it at scale. And then, as we talked earlier, how they can undercut competitors because, we may have to undercut here, but we can raise everywhere else, and nobody's going to know the wiser. We can raise everybody 5 cents across the country and dip them down, 20%. Not a problem.
This guy's taking it too seriously. Listen, buddy, we're not telling you're lying because we have a saying on the show.
Screenshots. You know the truth.
On the show, no screenshot. It never happened.
That's been the saying for what, 15 years at this point now?
Yeah, exactly. So don't take it so seriously. Look, all I'm saying to you is just send me a screenshot. How difficult is it to take a screenshot?
Yeah, and if it's true, man, more power to you. Awesome. Yeah. That is fantastic. And like I said, we want you on behind the wheel if it's true.
Okay, email me, Sergio at rideshareguy.com. In fact,
put the proof in the pudding, man. The proof in the pudding.
Yeah, you send me the screenshots. We'll do an interview with you behind the wheel, and then Chris will install or put your tip screenshot during the interview in the video. Yeah. And somebody said Atlanta is not the busiest airport in the country. Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson is the busiest airport in the country at the moment. It is.
Yes, it is. It's actually been at the top for like several years.
Oh my God!
You got the Delta hub. You got.
Wow, you're high maintenance, sir. I don't know how you get tipped 80%. I'm not sure.
Sergio at rideshareguy.com. I'm sorry if that's. It's kind of easy. We're on the Rideshare Guy, the rideshareguy.com. His name is Sergio at the rideshareguy.com.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.